So what better way to continue kicking off 2026 by talking about 2025? Because I haven't done my top favorite champions of 2025 for Marvel Contest Champions. Now, this is not who is like the best of the best, because let's be honest, the entire community could talk about that all day. This is personally my favourite champions of the year, who have I enjoyed playing, who have I enjoyed throwing on defense, and all of everything else you can think of. So, if your favourite champion isn't on this list, tell me what your favourite champion is in the comments section, because that's what it's here for at the end of the day. But before we get into this, I do have quite a few honourable mentions, because 2025 has been a really good year, and I've enjoyed a lot of these champions that have come out. Some more than others, obviously. But I want to give a shout out to Yelena for being a defender and being actually not too bad on attack either. Spider-Woman as well. I know a lot of people probably have Spider-Woman on her list. Personally, I've just enjoyed a couple more champions than her. Zola as well has been one of those defenders released this year that hasn't been complete BS to fight. I've also gained a recent appreciation for Pavita Paparka Spider-Man. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but I probably didn't. And also, my last honourable mention, actually no, I've got two more, is Cassandra Nova, because I think she's been underrated this year. We saw her in the Battle and Brawl a bit, and she did some good work there. And I definitely need to take her up to rank 3 and possibly a rank 4. But I'm still waiting for the Banquet Reward payout and Coliseum Reward payout as well. And also shout out to my favourite my most wanted champion to be released, Lizard. He would, if I had got him but a little bit sooner, he probably would be on the list. But yeah, I'm so glad he's in the game, and he's pretty good. I like him. He's not everyone's cup of tea from what I understand, but that's just the way the game goes. Anyway, after all those honourable mentions, let's get into this video, shall we? So at number 5, I have Nico Minoru. Now, Nico, really, really good. Great damage. I'm so glad that we've got a 7-star Mystic that has buff immunity, because that is one of the most busted debuffs in the game. Because previously, only on offense, Clairvoyant had it. I know Spot has it, but that he places it on himself. But yeah, that just shuts down like all the problematic cosmic defenders like Dark Phoenix, Serpent, Deathless Thanos, any other problematic cosmic defenders you can think of. Not only is she good on attack, which she's good for, she also can be an annoying defender, because for some reason Kabam decided at the start of a fight, when you fight as a defender, to place the buff immunity on on you, which don't know why they did that. They didn't need to do that, but they did it, which is why she can be a tad annoying to fight on defense. But I will say, with Lizard being in the game, he's pretty much a hard counter to her on defense, so I will drink to that. Yeah, don't think there's a lot else to say for Nico personally. She, one of my more favourite champions to play and throw on defense to trap the opponent in, whether that be Battlegrounds or even when I fought on Alliance War from time to time. So that's Nico coming in at number 5. Now, coming in at number 4 is a champion that when he first came out, I was kind of flip-flopping on. And then I got him as a 7-star, and I understood. And that is Bastion. Before Nimrod came out as a 7-star, Bastion was the best mutant killer. I think, to be fair, I think they're pretty much nearly the same, in my personal opinion, Nimrod and Bastion. So, yeah, but I think Bastion just deals with Onslaught better, because Nimrod can't shock. Onslaught, because Onslaught's shock resistant. Anyway, not only is Bastion good for mutants, he's also good for some other champs. I mean, I personally like taking Zola with Bastion, because not only can he parry non-contact attacks, with his Fury passives on the special 2, the red damage you get from the special 1, and when you've got the disintegration up from his heavy, pretty good. It is really good against Zola. So he's one of my go-to Zola counters as well. I like the fact he's also got Pursuit as well with his heavy. That means he can take Bullseye, since he's resistant to bleed and poison as well, so he's not going to take the bleed damage from Bullseye. Yeah, he's just he's very useful, Bastion. I really like. That's why I really like him. Not to mention the really good damage output when you've got the Furies from the Special 2, and then the Disintegration. I think I said Degen earlier. Disintegration from the Heavy, and being fighting a bit more chunky opponent. Throw the Special 3 for extra long Disintegration. You'll get even more lovely red numbers. So, yeah, Bastion coming in number 4. Great utility for me personally, and I'm glad that we've got another decent tech attacker in the game as well. Moving on to number 3 is Okoye. She is the closest I can. How I describe Okoye is she's basically the skill Archangel. So like if you can shock and bleed the opponent, they're gonna melt. Not only that, she has the Ensnare as well, which is a good bit of utility. It's a shame that Spider-Woman's not having it after the January update, which is a shame. Because it is a really good bit of kit. But yeah, she's just a great damage dealer. She's more of a generalist kind of champion. She can do with quite a lot of champions rather than just the science class or just like a specific champion. She's good for quite a few fights. Mainly anyone who you can shock and bleed, because they will melt. Even then, with the immunities, the debuffs get refreshed. I mean, of the Colosseum Counterferia, I used Okoye, and she was still pumping out great numbers against that Counterferia and Colosseum, and I really enjoyed using her there. So, yeah, Okoye, just one of the... I think she, in my opinion, one of the best attackers we've had this year. I was going to say the best, but I've got the champion at number 2. I think's that little bit better. But Okoye, very, very, very solid champion. I used a lot, and she was also the champion I used on that skill 3-4 gem, which I had in my inventory for God knows how long, because I didn't at the time. I did not have a decent champion to use it on, because I got that from Epoch of Pain when I did that at the beginning of the year. And, well, I got Okoye and used it on her, and I have not regretted it. So that is, I think, a personal story from my account over for 2025 is that skill rank up gen. Now, moving on to number 2 is a champion. I just love a playstyle, and the fact that you don't have to hit the opponent that much in order to get the most out of her is great for some nodes. And the like when she came out, the whatever like meta it was in BGs, and even some of the metas where it jacked up her damage, it was beautiful to see. That is Carolina Dean. She is my favourite attacker to come out this year. She is disgustingly good. She really, really is. I'm so glad I got Awakened as well, because that way she can pretty much take nearly all the tech defenders in the game pretty much now, unless they're Incinerate immune, of course. But yeah, like I said, you don't have to hit the opponent that much to get the most out of her. The opponent has to hit you, providing you're blocking, because otherwise you're going to take a lot more damage. And you just got to stay in the sun, and you get the most out of her. Which is, that didn't just deal with so many nodes where if you hit the opponent a bunch, you're going to get some negative effects on you. Don't have to do that with Carolina. Not only that, because obviously, I think it's in the sun you get the glancing as well, I do believe. Whenever Carolina blocks a hit, she can consume 0 damage buff based on a blocked attack. Yeah, the glancing. That's not even in the sun, actually. That's all the time. I forgot about that. But again, allows her to deal with so much stuff. because glancing's one of the most annoying things in the game to deal with. Which is why she can be a good defender sometimes, but everyone knows that with Karolina, it is the damage when you've got those vulnerabilities up and you throw a special 2. Opponent's health bar just disappears, and it's wonderful. Obviously, she's great Zola counter. When she's awakened, she's a good Red Skull counter. Whenever there's something that boosts her special damage, she's great for it. And again, when the Banquet and Colosseum rewards come out, I'm probably going to rank 4 her. I'm going to be honest. But we're going to move on to my favourite champion of the year, and a champion that I already have taken to rank 4. And it's Jean Grey. She is my favourite champion of 2025. To be honest, not even close. Similar to Lizard, she was one of the champions I wanted the most to come to the game. And here she is, and she's so good. Like, one of the best two-way champions in the game. Good about force field, offensively and defensively. Great bit of kit. I like the uncanny passive so that it reduces the cost of your specials. That's another good unique thing about her. Again, lovely, great big red numbers as well. Even with the special one of the newer shock, that ticks for quite a bit as well. You've got a lot of them built up. And to be honest, for me this year, she's shined quite a bit everywhere. I've took her into the Colosseum for both times it's been on so far. Enjoyed using her there. I used her in incursions, the recent Founders War incursions or whatever it was called. Used her in that, and she was great for that. So was Spider-Woman and Bastion. That was my team for that. She's been great on Alliance War, both defense and offense. And the same thing with Battlegrounds. She's extremely versatile, and she's just solid, extremely solid. She's one of the best mutants in the game right now as well. Up there with, I know Captain Britain's on the rise as well, thinking about it, and Onslaught as well. She's probably top 3 mutants in the game in my opinion, and that is why she is number 1. One of the best mutants in the game. Great all around over the contest, and good damage dealer as well. So that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, feel free to like it, and dislike if you disliked it. If you like this video, leave a comment if you disagree with my list, or the champion or that is your favourite of 2025. And if you like this content, feel free to check out some others. If you like my other content, tell me where to subscribe button to grey. I shall see you all in the next one. Goodbye.